Hey guys, how's it going? This is a video of my match from the Vegas Qualifiers tournament. This doesn't immediately get us to Vegas, but it gets us to the Vegas Qualifiers tournament in December. So we did end up winning this. This was the last match of the night. I was playing alongside Robert. He finished up, and then this ended up being the last match. So this is me against Chris Lopez, and I'm like a 205 Fargo rate, and he's much higher. He's probably 400s or maybe 5, probably mid 400s. And what that is a handicap system. We're about to leg for the break, so that means we're just gonna hit the ball against the back rail, and whoever's closest to the rail we started from is going to end up breaking the first time. So back to the handicap thing. He's a much better player, so basically what that does is it works out a calculation so that if he's expected to pocket a lot more balls, he has to in order to win, and I am required to pocket a lot less because I've got a handicap since I'm a lot worse than him. And I didn't play my best in this match. I get some good shots in, but it was pretty rough. I think the pressure kind of got to me. So, but I did end up winning, and I ended up winning the lag here, so I'm about to break.
Is this your phone or Chris's? Not mine.
So now here I'm left with a pretty difficult decision because he just tried to shoot the 8 and it ended up in the back left pocket right here on the left of my cue. And I've got a pretty tough decision to make because I need to play defense because his 8 ball is the last ball he has to knock in and it's hanging right over the pocket. So I'm about to try my best, but as you see, it doesn't really work out for me. I'm just trying to think of a defensive move that I can make so that if I miss, he doesn't have a shot on the 8, or he has a more difficult long shot on the 8, or something he has to kind of curve around. So I just made that combo shot, and now I'm looking at the 7, and I'm going to try to put some top spin on it so that if the 7 goes in, good, I come back for the 6 or any of my other balls that are open. Or my goal is to come back all the way and end up behind the 4 somewhere to leave the 4 in between the cue ball and the 8. And you'll see it bounces out and it comes in right in front of the 4. So he still has almost perfectly clear shot on the 8. The only thing is he has to shoot over my ball. So that made it a little bit more tricky for him, but still not a super great safety.
My team feels the same shit you do.
Yeah. Yep. It's a lot of pressure.
Alright, so he just safetied me again to try to leave me long on the 4 or whatever else I could reach. So right here I ended up calling a timeout on John, and I'm really glad I did because he gave me some really good advice here to actually play a safety instead of playing offense, and it works out in the long run because I just give it a very, very slight tap against my ball, and to make it a legal shot you have to hit your ball first and then touch a rail, which happens here. So I just tap that 7, I believe it is, and touch the rail. So when he goes up to shoot, he's got none of his balls that he can shoot long, and then the one that he does see is a really hard angle, and he actually ends up scratching on the shot, which gives me ball in hand. after editing this video, it is a painful match to watch because it's so slow and there's just so many shots I'm missing that I usually wouldn't miss just because the tensions are so high. The entire room was watching, and it's a pretty high stakes match. I end up having to call a long bank shot into this back left corner, which is a pretty difficult shot for me. I don't usually make them, but one good trade-off is I end up leaving the cue ball down on the far right side, and that leaves him long on any of his shots. So it was also a defensive move that if I missed, it left him in a bad position. This is the second time missing ball in hand during this game. It's not a great feeling. I also want to just point out this move that he makes right here. It's really smart. He's got only 2 more to go before he's on the 8, and if he just tried to pocket one of these, very likely he's not going to have a shot on the next ball or the 8. So So what he's doing is he's breaking them apart and safetying me at the same time, so that I have a difficult shot. Hopefully I give him ball in hand, and then he's able to clear these out of the way. So it's just a really smart move. Nice, calming, relaxing music to play some pool to. Great for concentration. So this was another defensive shot. I'm not used to banking. I don't like doing it, but it does leave the cue ball almost directly in line with the 8 ball, so he can't shoot his 3. It also leaves him straight on the 1, so he can't cut it in. I believe he safeties me here. Yep. And now I just got to try to get around it to hit my ball, or else it's a ball in hand foul. So I try a cut shot here. I at least make contact with my ball, and again leave him really long on the 1 and the 3. And as happens often during a safety battle, somebody makes a mistake and he accidentally let the cue ball come up way further than he wanted, so it actually did give me a shot on mine. Now I'm about to put topspin on this to go 2 rails, like that, and come around for the 12 to get another shot into the mid pocket. And I would ideally put a little bit more topspin on this to get further around for the 8 ball, but I end up leaving myself with quite the cut shot. I end up calling another timeout on this shot, just because I was afraid of scratching into the right pocket there. But John just said to give it a shot, put forward spin on it, come around and try to give him a bad shot. So after making that shot, that actually got us the amount of points we needed to win the night, and mathematically they could not win if we played another round like we were kind of supposed to. So it was already 11:30, so they ended up conceding the next match because there was no way they could win, and getting those points is what made us win the night. Also, the 3 players that played before me had some really good wins, so they racked up a lot of points. So as you can tell from this video, it wasn't really because of my shooting, but it did definitely help a lot. Playing in a league is definitely a team sport, and my team did a great job. They kind of carried the team for us tonight. I didn't play my best at all, not even close, but we were able to win points-wise, and that's all that matters. So thanks to my team. And thanks for watching if you stuck along this far.